Hello, Garbage Bean here. I was tagged again by, you guessed it, Accumortis. This is the metal tag which he created, so go check it out. It's awesome. And so we begin. Number 1, how long have you been a metalhead? I've been a metalhead since I can remember. I started out waking up every morning really early, going out to watch MTV when they still had some cool stuff on, and they just show things from, of course, Metallica, sometimes Slayer, Slipknot a lot. So I started with the basics. How were you introduced to metal? Like I said, MTV when they still had good stuff on. I can't really give a date for that. I just don't remember. It's been that long. Number 3, what is or are your favorite subgenre or subgenres of metal? I kind of just like them all. I like folk metal a bit, and some thrash, a little bit of death, stuff like Slipknot, as you can see. I like just a little bit of everything. And for what is your favorite band / song? I don't have one in any genre at all. I love too much to pick one of a band or a song. I guess I'll just have to make another video for all the music I like. So stay tuned for that. This is weird. I'm standing. This is new. I didn't feel like sitting. What can you do? You can't see my hands. I talk with my hands so much, and it feels so weird to me not be able to see them right here. Okay. 5. How many shows have you attended? As far as metal shows go, I've attended about 2. I went to see Exodus and a few others. I'm drawing a blank on some of the names. There was, of course, like all metal shows, one metalcore opener and a lot of other openers. There was the name had something to do with Frankenstein. They were pretty good. And then there was a thrash metal band, which was awesome. They had a female bassist, and she rocked. And then there was another band with a lot of members. I don't remember the names. I just found out about them that night. And the other one is kind of metal, more shock rocky. It's Wednesday 13. I saw that group there. That was awesome. Oh, no, 3 metal shows, because I also saw the Butcher Babies recently. That was fun. And 6. What do you love about the subculture / music? I love the diversity in it. There's lots of diversity. People are much more open to new ideas. After a little bit, people haven't been too open to core music, but eventually they'll just get over it and realize everyone has their preference, and anyone else's preference doesn't have any effect on them. What can you do? I like the fashion stuff a little bit. I like all the cool belts and band t-shirt designs. I love the album artwork. It's just artistically amazing. And the bullet belts and stuff like that. I love all that. 7. What do you dislike about the subculture music? I dislike how much hostility there is towards other people within that subculture. There is dislikings and all that of other subcultures, but within metal especially, it escalates to hostility oftentimes. Like, people talk about going and beating up the core kids just because they don't like the same music they do, which is fucking ridiculous. I mean, you wouldn't go and beat up a Stevie Wonder fan because he's not into metal. What the fuck difference does it make on your life? I really hate that. 8. what do your parents and friends think of your music or look? My friends think it's awesome. I have a lot of metalhead friends. Because, you know, I'm not going to be friends with someone who doesn't accept me, because fuck that. My parents are very mixed. My dad doesn't mind it at all. He doesn't listen to metal, but he's very open to me being myself, because, you know, he grew up in the 70s, big revolution happening of a lot of things, pretty much the social standing from the 50s, started in the 60s. There's a whole bunch of revolutions in social paradigms and music, a lot of that. So he grew up in an era where a lot of parents didn't understand their kids, so he knows what that's like. So he's very open to me and my brother being who we are, even if it's different from him. So that's cool. But my mom, she's more into being normal. She doesn't like people to look at her like she's crazy. She doesn't like people thinking she's different than anyone else. She likes to fit in, and so much so, she loves conforming so much so that she would feel embarrassed to walk around with her kids if they were dressed up the way that I dress up when I'm at my dad's. Because I live with my dad full-time now, mostly because of my dress, because my stupid stepdad, total asshole, just didn't like the way I dressed or the person that I was, because I wasn't the normal kid they wanted me to be. But now I'm getting into personal stuff and I'm taking up a lot of time, so I'll move on. 9. Your opinion on the core genres of music and screamo. I don't really like them, but if you like them, that's your dig. I like maybe 1 or 2 core bands, and the rest I kind of just either can't stand, or I just find boring or repetitive, very annoying, and I don't know, I just don't like it. But hey, you do you. 10. What is or are your favorite subgenres of metal? As I said before, I like them all a lot, especially lately folk metal, and I don't know, like funk metal, I guess. I think I've heard people call Primus that, and I can't show you now because I'm standing. This is, yep, no, I'm not gonna reach. I have a Primus patch on my back. Love Primus. I've heard them called folk metal, or not folk, funk metal before, and I like a lot of stuff like that, and like Slipknot and System of a Down. I don't know, shock rock, I guess. I don't think System counts as shock rock. I like it all, just about, except for the core stuff. I can usually find at least one band in every genre that I like. 11. How would you define the metal subculture and music as a whole? I would define it as aggressive, but not always in a bad way. Very unified, even among the division. If you are a metalhead on the streets, usually if you see another metalhead, even if they're visibly into a different type of metal, usually there'll be like a head nod or just a recognition of my people, you know? The aggressive elitists are far and few between these days, because I don't consider the people who are usually aggressive, who are the kind that listen to the radio and call like Avenged Sevenfold heavy. I don't consider them to be official metalheads, because they're just in it to look cool, and they just ruin it for everyone else, so why include them unless they're gonna be nice about it, or just, you know, everyone just kind of stands up for each other in a way. And what does it mean to you? To me, it means self-expression and a release of aggression and energy, much like punk, but in a sort of different vibe. I like them both. As you can see, got lots of punk badges, and yeah, maybe I'll make another video on punk music. But yeah, it just means like to me a release of stuff inside of you, and I guess this is very vague because people say this about every genre of music, but it's just every genre has a different vibe to it, a different way of being, but they all kind of intertwine at some point or another, which is why I kind of like them all. And now to the bonus. How many metal subgenres can you name without stopping or editing this video? I don't think I'm gonna be able to do as many as Accumortis did because he pretty much covered it all, but I will try. Let's see. Heavy thrash, death, doom, depressive, suicidal black metal, regular black metal, true cult black metal, I like black metal, shock rock, speed metal, I already said death metal, funk metal, folk metal, crust sometimes counts as metal. Yeah, that's all I can name without stopping. But yeah, that's the video. I don't know people on YouTube yet. I just tag anyone who's watching this, anyone who wants to do this tag, anyone into metal, or even if you're not into metal, that'll be interesting. Yeah, just go listen to metal, or if you don't like metal, then go listen to something else. Doesn't really matter to me.